Breakfast.
It is the WAVE 97.9 WHAV, and in the studio is Captain Garrett Sarfde from the Haverhill Police Department. And Garrett, thank you for joining me today. I appreciate it. This is the first time we ever had a chance to meet each other.
It is. I appreciate you having me in here today. It's a pleasure to be here. It's a great facility you have here.
Yeah, it's your first time in the building, huh?
It is. I got the tour, and it's really, really nice. I love it.
Great. Well, we have a donation bucket at the when you leave. But there's the chief wanted you to talk about some one of the new pieces of equipment. I assume it's a new piece of equipment that you have over at the Haverhill Police Department. Drones, right? How many do you have?
We just received 3 drones, 3 brand new drones, and brand new out of the box last week.
Who was able to fly them first?
I was able to fly them first, along with a couple of other pilots that we have.
Okay, that's right. You have to be a pilot, don't you?
You have to be a drone pilot, that's correct.
So how do you do that?
So all of our pilots went to a special drones for first responders class. It was a 4-day, 32-hour class, and then after that, they took an FAA Part 107 license test through the FAA, and everybody had to pass that to get their certification.
Now, we're close to the Lawrence Airport. Do you have to be aware of airplanes in and out of there?
Absolutely. So the majority of Haverhill is located in Lawrence Municipal Airport's airspace. So every time we fly, we have to be knowledgeable about where we are in that airspace and how high we can fly and the aircraft that's in the area.
Do you have to file a flight plan?
Not necessarily a flight plan, but right now we have to get approval every time that we fly. We need what's called Lance approval. We get approval every time that we fly so that the airport knows that we're up there.
Okay. Now, I remember, I remember a lot of things, but I forget a lot of things too. Now, when these drones first came out, they were just like little toys, but these are not toys, are they?
These are not toys. These are far from the toys that were sold originally. Much more sophisticated, much more advanced, much larger drones than probably you're used to seeing in the stores.
How big are they?
They're about 24 to 30 inches across.
Oh,
that's good size. It's a good sized drone.
2 feet, 2.5 feet,
approximately.
Wow. Now, okay. Now, have you been able to use them to find things?
Sure. So we've only had them deployed about a week and a half or so, but we did kind of their maiden voyage was on the 4th of July or the fireworks on July 3rd. We had them out. We had 4 pilots out flying the drones, monitoring traffic, and just monitoring public safety down at the stadium during the festival down there.
Do they have cameras on them?
They do have cameras on them.
And so you have the control box. Is it a box?
It's a standard remote controller, so we have remote controls for all the drones. We're also able to live stream all the video, so we can live stream the video feed into dispatch on the 4th of July, or the 3rd of July rather. We live streamed it into our incident command vehicle so that the officer in charge and the dispatch could see the live feed from all the drones.
So you can get it back at the police station. You can get it in the police cars.
That's correct.
Wow.
You can get it on you can get it on your cell phone as well.
Really?
Yes.
Now, how long have you been a police officer?
I got sworn in as a reserve in 2001 and full-time in 2003, so a few years.
And nobody ever thought about drones at that point?
No, back then drones were not a thought.
Did they have cameras in high traffic areas, like traffic cameras to make sure to take pictures of cars that might go through red lights and things like that?
As far as the drones, or just separate cameras?
No, separate cameras.
Yeah, we don't have any red light cameras.
I'm thinking back in your day.
Back then? Oh, no, that was definitely not something that they had.
Okay. You had to hide behind a billboard or something like that.
Right.
But there are no billboards. They're up on top of buildings.
Exactly. Yeah, they put those pretty high up now.
Yeah, that would be a long fall. Okay, so you have the drones. You have 3 drones. Are they equipped with? They have cameras. Are they equipped with anything else like heat sensors and things like that?
Sure. So they have thermal capabilities, so we can fly them at night. We can put on the thermal, and it's similar to night vision. So if we had a missing person in the woods or something like that, we could put on the night vision, and we could see thermal signatures. So we could see potentially a missing person in the woods. They would light up for us to see if we had to do like a search and rescue mission.
Wow.
Yeah, so it should be very helpful for those type situations, for public safety and to find people and to assist our officers in their duties from day to day.
But you only have 3 people that are licensed to use them right now.
We have 8. We actually have 8 pilots, including myself.
Okay. Now, did you have a chance to talk with other police departments about how they use their drones?
Yes, we did. So there are a couple of police departments in the area that we had some mutual aid with. Amesbury has a drone and Merrimack has a drone, and they've come down from time to time prior to us getting a drone, and they've assisted us. So we were able to see their drones in action, see their capabilities, and that helped us to design our program.
I can see where you could use a drone to see if you're looking for a person. You could use a drone to try to find that person. Then you could bring in a canine unit so they don't have to waste a lot of time.
Absolutely, it's going to be a time saver for us. It's going to be a safety thing, so we're not out, in the elements, wandering around just looking for things. We can just put the drone up in the air. The drone can be up in minutes. We can find a person that's located out in the woods, and then we can send resources right away.
Do you drive around with a drone in the car?
So a few of the pilots that we have take that drone every day. They'll check it out and they'll just put it right in the car with them. They'll drive around with it throughout the shift so that it can be very rapidly deployed if they need it for anything.
Does it work with? It's like 20 questions.
Yeah.
Does it work on gasoline or on electricity?
Just batteries. They're battery operated. Each drone has 3 batteries. Each battery will last about 35 to 40 minutes, and then they rapid charge, so we can just bring the drone down, change the battery really quickly, and then throw it back up in the air.
So you have to make sure that everything is charged up when not in use.
Absolutely. So we constantly check the batteries and make sure that when we're checking out the drones that everything is charged and ready to go.
Wow, that's fantastic. Now, when you used it for the 4th of July or the 3rd of July, were you amazed at what you could see?
Oh, absolutely. It's a great thing to have in the sky. It helped us tremendously. If you've ever been down to the fireworks on the 3rd of July, there's a lot of people down there, and it's logistically getting everybody out of the area when the fireworks end has always been a little bit of a challenge. This year was probably the fastest that we got people out of there because we were able to put the drone above the intersections and determine the best route to send people and make sure that people were getting, onto the route that they needed to get to. So any backups we could see from the sky with the drone and then just make adjustments from there to get, traffic moving in the direction that we wanted to move it.
So it can hover.
Yes. We would just hover over the important intersections, and like I said, there was a live stream into dispatch that everybody could see, and then we would just radio to the officers and advise them of the best way to route the traffic.
Now, I know that you have generally the police have training like shooting practice and things like that to make sure that their skills are up to date. Will there be will there be drone practice as well?
Absolutely. We'll have continuing practice, continuing training, quarterly trainings with all the drone operators, making sure that their skills are up to date, making sure that they know what they're doing from day to day. It's a perishable skill, so if you're not using it, day to day, it can become a little more challenging. So we want to make sure that everybody gets time behind that controller, so that they are proficient in it at all times.
Are there more advanced drones that are out there that you don't have yet?
The drones that we have are pretty advanced. They have probably the best capabilities of any drone for public safety that you can get. The drones that we use are actually also used by the U.S. military.
Oh. Now, is there a speaker on the phone, on the drone?
There's a speaker. It will play a police siren, a buzzer. You can have pre-recorded messages come out of it, and you can actually communicate, one-way communication through the speaker on the drone.
One-way communication. So you can't, if you have a suspect spotted by the drone, you can tell them to, stop where you are, but they can't talk back to you.
That's correct. Correct. We can't hear anything from the drone. The propellers make probably too much noise for us to be able to hear anything, so there's no microphones on the drone, but there is a speaker that we can communicate through.
Now, I know that with the toy drones, I used to see those in stores. People would stick their finger in the propellers. You wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't do that with these drones, no.
It would cut them off, right?
Yeah, it wouldn't be a good thing to do.
Oh, my gosh. Wow. Did you ever think that this would be something when you became a police officer?
Never. I certainly never thought that this would be a thing. I never thought that I would be flying anything as a police officer in my career.
Did you ever want to be a pilot?
Actually, I did want to be a pilot. If I could, have a second career later on, that would probably be what I would choose, to be a pilot.
Oh, wow. Well, you can always take flying lessons, too.
I could take flight. My wife is adamantly opposed from me becoming a pilot.
Well, it's tough on insurance, too.
Very much. Yeah.
If you want to be a pilot, you can't get life insurance on that. All right. Well, this is I find this fascinating. So drones are there, and you just got to be aware. And bad people have to be aware that they can be spotted more than just police officers. They got drones. They have dogs. What else do you have that to track people down?
We have the drones and the dogs are probably the biggest thing that we've got this year, that will definitely assist us in our day-to-day functions. The dogs are a great tool. The drones are a great tool. It's going to be exciting to see how they can help us. They can keep our officers safe and to keep the community safe going forward.
Would it be so the drones have cameras, and so that the video is recorded. Is it admissible in court?
It is. It is admissible in court, yes. Everything that we record is admissible in court.
Wow. All right. Well, you've explained an awful lot. Quick question. Has nothing to do with drones. I'm just curious about, I see the police cars go around and around, not circles, but every once in a while, I guess, I think it's called the rumbler.
Mm-hmm.
How does that work?
So there's a rumbler on the cars. What a lot of people don't know is that when that siren is going off, sometimes it's very difficult for somebody to hear in a car. So you may have a police car behind you with lights and sirens off going on. You might not necessarily hear that. So the rumbler gives like a vibration effect that is more effective when you're right behind a car to get them to notice you and move you off to the side.
Can you feel it in the car?
Yeah, you can feel it. It's been a while since I've used it and been in the cruiser, but yeah, you could feel it.
Yeah, how about that? All right, well, we'll have to get you back. What do you think would be the next thing that you'll get? I don't want to call it a toy, but the next tool.
We call them tools. We don't call them toys. We call them tools. We've added quite a few things this year. Like I said, it's an exciting time for us, and they're exciting things to have. So I don't know what the next best, greatest thing to come out will, but when we get it, we'll be sure and let you know so you can have us out here.
Oh yeah, no, that would be fun to tell everybody about it. And I know that you have I know that you have a vehicle to because I'm sure that there'll be brush wires before you know it, but you have a vehicle to get back in the brush too, right?
Oh yes. We have like an all-terrain vehicle. We have several ATVs, and we also have what we call a Gator, which is an all-terrain vehicle to get out there.
What's the Gator do?
It's just like a large all-terrain vehicle, but it has a cab. It has a little bed on the back that you could extract people from the woods. So if we did have a missing person, we could go out with the drone and we could find someone with the drone out in the woods, and then we could send the Gator out if they're injured to extract them.
How about that? All right. Well, Garrett, thank you so much for explaining everything.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for having me.
And in a way that I can understand it, and that's important too. And and it's good to know that that the drone operators are all certified.
Absolutely.
And the training continues on, and gosh, that it has cameras. Everybody can see the video. Everybody that counts, anyway. And it can talk to people, and it can't carry weapons, though, can it?
No, it's actually illegal for drones to carry weapons.
Okay.
So, but what we do have, what we don't have yet, but what we will be getting in the near future is life preservers that we can actually drop from the drone. So it has the capability to carry a life preserver, so that if we had to conduct a water rescue of some sort, we could fly over somebody that is in trouble and we can drop them a rescue ring.
Those are kind of heavy. How much weight can these things pick up?
Actually, it's very small. It's very lightweight. What it does is it expands with air once it hits the water. So it's very small. It drops into the water. Once it senses the water, it expands into a floating life preserver. So we can just hover over somebody a couple of feet, drop it in, it expands, and they can grab onto it until we can get resources out there to rescue them.
It's so advanced.
It's great technology.
Yeah, it is. All right. Well, Garrett, thank you so much for sharing all that information with us.
Appreciate you letting me come in and explain it to you.
It's my pleasure to have you here, Captain Garrett Sarfde from the Haverhill Police Department, our guest this morning here on the WHAV 97.9 WHAV.
Wake up with Wayne Damon weekdays from 6 to 9 a.m. on 97.9 FM WHAV.